All right, let's get right into it. If you're the kind of professional who believes success is all about hustle, grit, and pure willpower, then this briefing is for you. We're going to explore a force that might just be way more powerful than your discipline, a hidden factor that could be quietly running the show.
Here it is. This is the central idea for today from strategist Sekhar. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your environment. Now that kind of flips the script on everything we're taught about achievement, right? It's not that goals are bad, but that the world we build around ourselves, well, it often has the final say. Let's dig into what that actually means.
So first, we have to talk about what I call the discipline delusion. It's that voice in our head that says if we just tried harder, if we were just more disciplined, we'd finally get there. But what if that's the wrong fight altogether?
I mean, think about it. That project you keep pushing off, or that new habit that just won't stick. We always blame ourselves, right? Our own lack of willpower. But this whole perspective misses the most powerful variable in the room, the environment itself.
So if willpower isn't the whole story, what is? Well, this is where things get really fascinating. We're going to move from just talking about frustration to looking at the actual science behind why your environment has such a massive, inescapable grip on your performance.
The key concept here is something called automatic neural priming. Now, I know, it sounds a little academic, but the idea is actually super simple. Your brain is a powerful mimic. Without you even thinking about it, it's constantly scanning and copying the signals in your environment.
And this pretty much says it all. Your brain just copies the world around you. A cluttered desk, it primes you for cluttered thinking. That phone buzzing constantly, it primes you for distraction. But here's the cool part. A water bottle right in front of you primes you to hydrate. Gym clothes laid out, you're primed to work out. It happens automatically. For better or for worse.
This is the million-dollar question for any busy professional, isn't it? We have to know the real-world impact. Is this just a minor influence, or is this a major driver of our results? The data might really surprise you.
80%. Just let that sink in for a moment. 80.
So where does a number that huge come from? A 2022 study in the Behavioral Design Review found that when you consciously design an environment to support something you want to do, you can boost how consistently you do it by up to 80%. This proves our surroundings are not just some passive backdrop, they're an active player in our success.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, this discipline delusion, and we've seen the science. So now what? Well, now we shift to the solution. It's time to stop being a product of your environment and start becoming its architect. And this right here is the crucial strategic shift. Instead of waking up and asking, how can I be more disciplined today? You start asking, how can I design my environment so discipline becomes almost irrelevant? That, my friends, is an absolute game changer for performance.
And it all breaks down into a really simple two-step framework. First, you audit your drains. You figure out what's sucking your energy. And second, you design your triggers. You intentionally place cues that make the right actions the easiest actions. Let's start with number 1.
Take a second and genuinely think about this. Where is your discipline just leaking? Is it your chaotic home office, the break room at work with all the junk food? Or maybe it's just your phone's home screen full of distracting apps. Naming that biggest energy drain is the first real step to plug in the leak.
And now for step 2, designing those triggers. What's one tiny, almost trivial change you could make? Maybe it's putting a book on your pillow instead of your phone at night, or just placing a full water bottle on your desk before you even start working. The goal isn't a massive life change. It's a small shift that makes the good choice the path of least resistance. Ultimately, this is what it all comes down to. Your ambition might be massive, but if your environment is designed for mediocrity, you're always going to fall to its level. The real goal is to close that gap, to make your physical and digital worlds a direct reflection of what you're trying to achieve.
So let's do a quick recap of this briefing. We've seen that willpower is a battery. It runs out. Your environment, though, is a constant influence that shapes up to 80% of what you do. So, the most powerful strategy for success isn't forcing more self-discipline. It's consciously designing a better environment.
And that leaves us with one final, critical question. Don't think about 10 changes. Just think about 1. What is the single highest leverage environmental shift you can make right now that will pay off big tomorrow? The answer to that question? Well, that's your first step to becoming the architect of your own success.